cannot believe you just chucked our garlic bread out the window. Hello.
Hello, I'm Ben.
I'm Emily, and this is our 56-foot narrowboat, Rusheen Dove. We think that's how you pronounce it. So yeah, we wanted to give you a boat tour of our floating home. So come and have a look around.
We're going to show you around now.
And the outside.
And some outside too.
Some outside and some inside. Okay, let's go.
This is the bow of the boat, the front end. We go that way, unless we're reversing, which I don't like to do.
Normally we'd have like a big light here. As you can see, there isn't one, and that is because we're hopefully getting a cratch cover fitted. So it's going to be a wooden frame, and it's like a canvas tenty kind of thing with a glass window at the front. So yeah, at the front we've got the gas locker there. So in here we have two 13-kilogram gas bottles. They're propane, and that's what we run the cooker and the gas hobs off, and the gas boiler, and that's where we keep our hose for filling up the water tank. And just here is where we fill the water tank from. It takes about an hour to fill our water tank up, depending on the water pressure. My strawberry plants. These are called bow lockers, and we store lots of random stuff in there and on top of there, like mini sheds really. This is what's called the well deck. The water tank is under there. That lasts us about 2 weeks. So on top of the roof we've got a little tiny veg patch. It's nothing that's going to keep us alive for very long, but it's quite nice to grow a few little bits and bobs. Got spring onions, some lettuces that aren't doing very well, some beetroot that isn't doing very well, some rainbow chard that was doing really well, and then it got really hot and they bolted, so they've gone a bit crazy. So I'm going to be replanting. I'm going to probably plant some carrots or something instead. Then wild strawberries, lettuces that are much better, and my tomato plants that are very stout. I don't really know why. I think maybe I put them outside too early on. So as you can see, our boat needs painting. That's one of the jobs that we're hopefully doing this year. Not sure when we're going to have time. We can't do it at the moment because it's far too hot and the paint dries really fast and it doesn't really work. The boat is red, but the roof is grey. So last year we stripped the roof back, treated it, and then I repainted it. I sorted it out basically and painted it grey, and I thought that would be a nice colour to have it, but now I don't like it anymore. So when we repaint the boat, I'm going to repaint it the red again. So we have our chimney. It got stuck on for a while and Benny had to hammer it off, so it's a bit dented. In the winter obviously we'd have that chimney on with the top there, but in the summer we just take the chimney off so that we don't have to take it off every time we go under a bridge, because that gets pretty annoying. So on the roof we've got like a big storage box, so that's where we keep just random things really, things that we don't want in the boat. Those mats there we put on the roof because we used to have a bike. You'll see that in another episode, but they're good for putting the plants on to keep things raised so that the water can drain off a bit better. Tyres, very handy we use them as fenders, so it keeps the boat away from the side. It's really deep at the edge, but sometimes the edge of the canals can be really shallow and rocky and stuff, so it's really good to have those tyres to just be able to space the boat away from the side. Yeah, we'll probably get some nice fenders at some point, but they're quite expensive. Then we've got our gangplank, so if we do have to moor really far out we can still get on the boat. Got our really great sack barrow. It folds out if we're not moored anywhere near bins or we need to take a lot of shopping back from the van to the boat. It's really useful. That's just a flue thing from the gas boiler inside. Are you going to show us the solar panels, Alan? We've got two 260 watt solar panels. I think they're 260 watts, maybe they're 280. We never have to have our engine running from sort of spring onwards. They're just amazing. We run the fridge, blender, charge all our laptops, everything. We installed them in September last year. Because it's quite dark in winter, we still have to have the engine running a bit. The solar is still really great. You can see this is the sort of thing that I tried to sort last year, but then we didn't have time to repaint the boat. It's going to be a lot of bits that I need to go over again before we repaint it. So these are called mushroom vents. They ventilate the boat from the inside. Normally boats have sort of 3 or 4, I think, but we seem to have about, I think there's 7 or 9. I think one of the last owners replaced some sort of skylight hatches that were all along the boat. They didn't want them, so they took them out, welded these plates on and stuck mushroom vents on each one. So the back of the boat is called the stern. We've got a cruiser stern, so it's really nice to have a bit of extra space. It really needs a lot of attention. As you can see, there's a lot of things that need sorting. We need to sort out all of these benchy bits. There's lots of patches of rust. This door needs some love. That door's fallen off and is there. So we're gonna, strip it all back as much as we can anyway, and then repaint it all. And we've got the hatch. So again, you can see where we've treated it. It all needs repainting, sanding back down, priming and repainting. We are going to paint the boat the same colour. So yeah, this just slides back. And then the doors open. And that's really nice to have open to get a really good flow of air through the boat and a bit more light in there as well. So this is where our engine is, under here, pretty heavy, and it is another thing that needs replacing. So yeah, this is our engine bay. It looks absolutely awful. I have got a wet vac, so I'm going to sort out the water in there. So it's a Lister Petter. It's serving as well. It works. It's great. But yeah, it's great engine. The heart of the boat. It's not usually that wet in there. It's only because it has rained while we were away and I haven't got in here to sort it yet. But this needs replacing. Oh my goodness, it's so disgusting. There's so many jobs that need doing, which is fine. It's just getting around to doing them all. So under there we've got that's the weed hatch. So you open that up and stick your hand in. You've got to make sure the engine is off. You stick your hand in there. If there's anything stuck around the prop, that's how you access the prop. Yeah, and that's the stern gland oil, whatchamacallit, and that squeezes oil into somewhere in the prop. I don't really understand it, but I guess it lubricates it and keeps it watertight. Oh, Alan, are you annoying the birds? Is there a dog coming by any chance? He seems to be running back. And then under here we have our batteries. So we have 3 leisure batteries and a starter battery. I think they're 120 amp hour leisure batteries. Just very much looking forward to when the stern is all nice and sorted and we can spend more time out here. Such a great space, we just should use it more.
Hello, come on in. Come in. Check out these lovely paintings on the ceiling. There's a reason there's all these. You'll see each one as you go down. But first, have a look at the multi-stove. Fuel stove. It's got a picture of a squirrel on the side and it says Morso on it because it's a Morso squirrel stove. You can put coal and wood in it. It's been brilliant over winter. It's kept us warm the whole time. This is the cat's toilet. I call it the Schnitzy box to try and make light of, dealing with the cat's toilet. I made all these little bits here with pallets and there's a little bench.
They're shelves.
Yeah, these shelves.
These are our printers for work. That's our cat dangler for dangling things off. So
this is the bench and we keep our boots and the hoover and other bits in here. Cool.
It's just going to explode. Everything's going to fall out. Oh no, wow, it's all shoved in there so well. On a boat you have a very you have to try and fit things into small places and deal with not much storage. But I think we do okay. Benny would probably think otherwise.
It's hard to keep on top of it.
We love living on our boat, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, next bit.
Here's the nice desk that I put together. It actually just fit in. I made that to go outside. And yeah, I do painting and all sorts on here.
This is our job. I make tiny food items out of clay and they have faces on them. And I sell them on Etsy. And once I've made them, I give them to Benny and he packs them to send out. So that's what's going on here.
Right, so let's carry on. You move backwards, I'll move forward. Oh, you come over here.
What about the amazing tile that my dad painted for us? With the boat's name on it. That's nice, isn't it? And a shelf that Benny made yesterday. Pretty good.
A piece of wood on another piece of wood.
But it works. It's great.
Here's a warning sign I made. As soon as I see a mermaid, I'm putting that up to just give people a heads up. Okay, we've got a load of books here. Some artwork by Martin Ross Butler.
That's with Benny's band name on there, Bingo Harry.
Yeah, here's our dinette. This wasn't here. Well, none of it was like this when we moved on. We kind of took a lot of stuff out and it all got repainted as well. All of this was, it was wallpapered. Emily got all that off and painted it a nice white and a bit of yellow and whatnot. And there was just a table on its own here, but this
just
is...
like a normal table and chairs, wasn't it?
Yeah. But I put in this dinette, so it's 2 benches and a table, and it becomes a bed. Or just a big lounger. We use it a lot just for lounging, changing it. We change it around when we just feel like relaxing, lying down and watching a film and whatever.
Playing a game.
Yeah. Here's the next wall picture, if you haven't seen that already. Tells you whether you're going north or south.
Oh yeah, it really works.
Here's another one, a bit more Celtic.
Okay, so also these benches have loads of storage under them. So under that one and that one. Have you found?
Hello. Can I stroke you? Oh, he's not that shy for a duck.
So this is where we charge our phones and we use that for the laptop. That's like another inverter that's just plugged into a car, like a car cigarette lighter thingy. But we don't really need much power. We just charge laptops and phones really. That's about it. And here is the kitchen, or the galley. Sorry, I think we've been calling it all the wrong names. So yeah, we've now got a decent fridge. When we first moved in, the fridge was pretty gross and it wasn't very efficient. So yeah, so now we've got a much more efficient fridge, and it's got like a little freezer. You can have a little look in there. It's quite full. It's got quite a lot of stuff in there. But you know, it's pretty much the same size as like a normal house fridge. Tiny freezer though. Benny's just making some pizza dough here.
Why am I making pizza?
Because it's my birthday.
It's your birthday!
No.
Yeah?
It's my birthday and he's making me pizza. Also, so these are new work surfaces, which are not quite finished yet, because we haven't put the edging on still. This is just a bit of a shelf for tea and bits, like breakfasty bits. It's always a bit of a mess.
I made that shelf out of pallets also.
Oh yeah,
but it's actually got beans on it now.
Cans of baked beans, because we basically live off baked beans. This is our Berkey water filter. I think it's an 8-litre one. They are quite expensive, but they're really good. We don't want to drink water just straight out of our water tank, because it's probably a bit gross. So I think a lot of boats have like a little filter for the tap water under the sink, and then they have like another little tap that comes out near the sink that's drinking water, but we don't have that. Anyway, we already had this from when we lived in a house. So then we've got storage. We've got a little set of shelves here. And we've got
the storage is always an issue, so
cutlery drawer.
Just tried to expand it as much as possible, really.
Yeah.
Managed to get the plates out of the cupboard and get a plate rack as well.
Yeah, so we've got, yeah, so that's all food storage. That's just your general under sink mayhem. And that's another very full food cupboard. It goes all the way back there. The sink, which has always got something in it, sorry. So that's another new thing, new tap. Good bit of hanging saucepans up here. A little spice rack that Benny's made. Oh yeah, and our rack for cat food, saucepan lids and vegetables. My NutriBullet blender, that's great. And then we've got an instant
gas heater.
Water heater. So you just have to turn it on and then you turn the tap on and you've got instant hot water. A lot of boats don't have that. It's not very efficient, to be honest, but I love having instant water. Like if you just suddenly want to shower, you're sorted.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I made this heavy laden plate rack out of pallets and those holes, so I found him on the market. Hiya. And him. Hello.
This used to be a built-in thing and it was really rubbish. In fact, the oven didn't stay lit, did it?
No, it didn't.
It just used to go out all the time.
It was just ready to be,
yeah.
I think it was 20 years old on it, so it was...
So we got that, we put that in instead. And then just bins and recycling bins.
Here's the hatch.
Of course.
We don't always have this hole in the wall, it is a hatch.
Yeah, so this is what a lot of boats have.
So it's got some of the classic castles painted on by a previous owner.
Kind of creepy if you ask me.
Yeah.
I do quite like them in their own special way. They're quite cool.
But this needs a bit of
some
looking
love.
at
Definitely.
as well. Yeah, so the kitchen or the galley is a small one. It's smaller than some boats that we've seen, but actually it is really functional. And nothing's too far away. When we were in a house, you'd want to get certain ingredients and you'd have to walk across a room to get to it. Whereas this, you just like, yeah, oh, there it is. Yeah. You just be like, hey!
Oh my god! That's my dinner! I cannot believe you just chucked our garlic bread out the window.
That was £1.
That was £1. We've got 3 slices left.
Oh man.
Well, there you go. As you can see, the hatch can also be a bit of a hindrance sometimes when you're flinging garlic bread around.
I didn't know it was going to be that loose. It was just, it's held on by a thread, for crying out loud.
There it goes, down the canal.
Can't believe no ducks got on it yet.
Goodbye. The kitchen's a good size, that's all we were trying to
Close
say.
your hatch before you start flinging bits of bread around.
Good job, we've also got pizza for dinner.
It's so annoying. I was playing with the idea of retrieving it for about 4 seconds, just trying to
Get the boat hook.
figure it out in my mind if it would still be edible.
Right, should we go to the bathroom?
Fine.
Okay, so this is our Ramblers sign that Benny painted.
I was having a go at the
nice.
canal boat style.
This is where it gets a bit tight, okay, because it's all a bit small.
Better.
Okay, so we've got a separator toilet, compost toilet. We've got the twin tub washing machine, which runs off 240. We have an inverter that we switch on, which then we can plug that into. Quite a good big sink, tiny bath, and that's where we keep the buckets for doing like the laundry and stuff.
But it has a shower head, so we just kind of work with that.
We're going to repaint this. I think we're going to just paint it white.
There's quite a strong looking rose there. Also, there's a fish in here. Have you seen him?
Yeah, we did
Have you?
check that.
Oh, that's my toe.
Sorry.
Look, there he is on the roof.
We've got a bit of storage over here. That's close. Bit of storage over here for like toothbrushes and sun cream. I love these mini shelves that Benny built. We've got a load of storage, and underneath the washing machine there actually is quite a lot of storage as well. The ceiling of the kitchen.
Oh yeah, of course.
Isn't it? So we got up to that one, didn't we? So
Yeah.
this one. And then obviously in the kitchen we have the teapot. So you've seen the bathroom. We've got some artwork that Benny made in
A few years ago.
it's a bit
still on.
reflecty, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this, I love this beautiful
Yeah,
belt.
that's cool.
It's pretty old. Right, and then we've got the bedroom. So we're now at the back of the boat.
Okay, here's the bedroom. We've got a standard double bed on a small bed frame, so it does sort of come over a few inches.
Yeah, normally people have like yeah, you can see it like overhangs a bit.
Underneath is storage, but it's very solidly built by a previous owner.
So solid.
It's very low, and it's almost, yeah, there's a lot of wood involved, so the storage can be quite a tight squeeze. So it is in my mind that I would like to bring it up a few inches, because there's a lot of storage potential under there. There was a shelf here, but we got rid of that.
It was just a bit horrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it had really bright lights in it that like blinded
you. Oh yeah, it
night.
was not a relaxing
so it's just
thing.
Nice having the space above your head at night, actually.
Yeah.
This is all changed. We tried bringing in like a vintage wardrobe, and it was massive. It was like this big, and then that was, you couldn't even open the doors on it. But that's from that, and then I've put this small desk on.
Do you want to show them
Then this is from the wardrobe as well. And it's actually worked. It's pretty fashionable and sturdy.
Excuse our badly folded clothes there.
So, so yeah, the desk extends. Just put this latch on, and then it comes down, and it probably squeak.
Oh yeah. And here's
Moon Man.
Moon Man above
gives
the
you
bed,
your dreams.
and then we've just got like a little bit of storage next to the bed, books and stuff.
And also, you'll notice that in here it's 2 portholes. Whereas the rest of the boat, it's like rectangular windows, but we've got these portholes, and we've got
like in the bathroom,
like these porthole cushions.
Because you can't really have, well, you can have curtains. And people do.
It makes it so nice and dark in here when you want it to be. It's really nice to have that in the bedroom.
And then we've got another black rose. Right, now we come to the incredibly messy part of the boat. If none of the other bits were already
so we've
messy
got a
enough.
nice, like turny staircase that needs a
really good
a very good
sands.
new varnish.
There you go, there's the boat's name. So that's when it was refitted, 2009. This is kind of like the electrical hub. I don't know what you call it. So that's the charge controller for the solar panels. That's the inverter. So that gives us our normal like household electricity. Just more storage under there. We do have a little calorifier tank. It is very small, so you can just about see it. Okay, we'll just give you one more little look all the way through. I'll just walk all the way through the boat. Oh, there she is. Hi. This is our home. Hope you've enjoyed having a snoop around, having a look. It's also Alan's home. People keep asking why Alan is called Alan. Well, she is a girl, and we adopted her. She was a street cat. We didn't know that she was a girl, and this was a couple of days after Alan Rickman had died. I'm a big fan. So called her Alan, thinking she was a boy. But then she had an accident and had to take her to the vets, and the vet said, no, she's a girl. But Alan stuck. So she's still Alan, and she's 7. Okay.
Thanks for having a look round our boat.
Yeah, thanks. If you've got any questions, just leave them in the comments. We'll try and answer them. I hope that we've shown you everything that you wanted to see. Like we said, this is a bit of a work in progress boat. I know all of them are, but this one has got quite a lot of things that need doing to it. We're going to paint the whole boat on the outside. We need to repaint the ceiling in here white. Obviously not over the pictures, but yeah, there's bits and bobs that we're going to be doing. And we'll be putting them in the videos, most likely. So yeah. Well, thanks so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up and
subscribe.
It helps our little channel grow. Thanks so much for everyone's comments in the last few videos and all the lovely support. We really appreciate it. So yeah, cool. See you next time. See ya. Bye. Do you want a belly rub? No. Birthday pizza. Thanks, Benny. The garlic bread was good, but this looks better.